right. Welcome, everybody. Labyrinth Lifers, Season 4, Episode number 7. When we last left our party, they had just finished a grueling battle to prevent being captured by a kuo-toa patrol. They were told by their guide Gobbledygook to follow the fence line until they got to the front gate and then turn to the east to get to the shrine of the Sea Mother. But once they landed on shore, they were beset by 8 kuo-toa and that were intent on capturing them, and they managed to slaughter the lot of them. And that is where we join our party.
What, Jeff, if you don't mind me asking, what I'm trying to catch up on the gaps on my notes. What are we doing at the shrine of the sea monster or sea mother?
Yeah, I don't remember anything about that.
Well, that's where Nipsey had suggested you go because he knows the town, and then from there, there's a inn. If you call it that, it's more like a hovel.
Sure.
And it has, a tap room.
Right, yeah, that's where I want to go.
Nipsey doesn't really want to go into town because
I was told to not come back until I go eat the flesh of a human in the light of the day.
Gross.
You're gross. I'm going to eat you now. I'm going to drag you into the sunlight.
I'm not a human.
Yeah. Whatever. It's close enough. They won't know.
I'm very gnomish.
So
No, we didn't know.
You guys continue. You continue down, following the fence line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I mean, Greta wants to just get out of the Underdark, but she could use a drink and a bed after that day.
Free smoking. Eldith. We're moving down. You guys can move yourselves down.
Right.
So as you're cruising along.
Oh no.
Dun, dun, dun.
You run into a group of 6 kuo-toa, 2 kuo-toa monitors, and what looks like a archpriest there in the back.
Was I still in a rage, or did I come out of the rage?
Well, we ended the battle, so you're probably still. I don't know how long your rage lasts. What is the length of your rage?
The battle's only lasts a couple minutes.
Yeah, hold on. 1 minute.
It's subsided.
All right.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, we chilled out.
All right. I'll be like, oh snap, I'm in trouble.
Are they coming right for us?
They're standing there as you come around. As you come down
make my way to the front of the group.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, priest, I forget your name.
Well, you see that the priest steps forward, and he's like, Nipsey, what are you doing back here?
There's slavers, man, everywhere. They captured us, and then we escaped, and we came here. Oh, and they're still following us, so they're probably coming here. So, I don't know what you want to do about that.
And so these are companions of yours?
I mean, they escaped with us, yes.
Well, for those of you that don't know, I am Ploop Ploopleen, Archpriest of the Sea Mother. She answers my prayers by delivering me you. If you help us, you will be rewarded.
Okay. If you wanted our help, why did they attack us?
Those are not followers of the Sea Mother. Since you've been gone, there's been a new following started up. And I'm ashamed to say that it is my daughter. But we cannot speak of things out here. Follow me, and I will take you somewhere more private where we can discuss what's been going on.
Okay.
First, you must pay your respects to the Sea Mother.
I make a fish face kind of chortle.
Not here, you fool.
Oh.
I assume you're just talking to Nipsey. I won't worship anyone other than Talos.
I smack you and say, silence.
Jeff, like, I don't know if it's something that we need to roll for, but like, do these guys seem chill? Do they seem like they're telling the truth? You know what I mean? Do I sense any like mischievousness or mischieviousness from them?
Oh, I trust them. That's my priest.
Do you? You
Yeah.
know him from before?
Yes, he's my
You
priest.
can't tell from what you see. You just see a bunch of
Fish people talking.
fish people talking in
Fish people
Undercommon,
language.
and they don't blink. So there's just a bunch of walleye fish heads looking at you.
Hungrily.
They don't stand still either. They're not just standing there in formation. They keep walking around in circles. Sort of like you're watching a school of fish swim around. And you don't even know if half of them are awake, really.
Is Goblin similar to Undercommon? I don't know Undercommon.
You don't know Undercommon, so all you hear...
I know Goblin in Common.
if you don't understand Undercommon,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something I didn't carry over from your character sheets, you have also the spores from Stool.
But that's only for the people in the party, except for me, who did not allow him to spore me.
Correct.
So Spools, we'll just assume he's translating.
Stool is translating for you.
All right.
Because if not, all you'd hear is a bunch of blubbering and clicking noises and like someone's talking with a mouthful of marbles. So Ploop
I shall study this language.
Ploop leads you down the center of town.
Real inconspicuous, like.
I'm just gonna unopen this up.
Ploopleen, that's the dude's name?
Ploopleen. We call him Ploop.
Ploop?
It's Ploop.
Like PLU, or is there a P at the end?
It's here's what he looks like. I forget.
Shall call him his archpriestess, Plooplooplane.
Can you see that?
I like the Sloobludop name
Yeah, me too.
stuff. What did you do?
It showed it. Did it pop up?
No.
All right.
Discord or?
No, it's in Roll20.
Oh no.
Nothing. Oh, there. Now it's in my journal. Also,
There you go.
Ploop.
There it popped right there.
There you go.
Ah, looks like a fish person.
Mm.
They all look alike.
So as you get closer to the center of town, you start smelling this. The stench is getting pretty bad for a lot of you. It smells like rotting shellfish.
Is this the normal smell for me?
It is normal. You feel like you're at home. You feel like you're
okay.
Because you are at home. As you arrive at the shrine of the Sea Mother, you see a 9-foot-tall statue stands before you. Its body is roughly carved from some kind of wood in the shape of a humanoid female. Its head and forearms formed from the severed head and claws of a giant albino crayfish. I'm waiting for Josh to correct me.
I'm just gonna let it.
They spell it cray.
Okay.
C-R-A-Y. Not. I was gonna say craw. If it had a craw, it's a craw. I'm up north.
Greta kind of like does a little silent praise Talos prayer to herself.
These parts are lashed on with strands of gut and emit an overpowering stench of rotting shellfish. Shells, brightly covered stones, mushrooms, and rotting fish are piled at the statue's feet and strung in garlands around its neck. Four stern kuo-toa slowly circle the statue, alert and on guard, while a few others mill about, gazing up at the statue and bowing repeatedly while chanting.
Is Free Smoke is that Free Smoke dinner all around its feet?
Oh yeah, he's probably loving it.
Salivating.
The rest of us are disgusted by it, but
He's kind of purring. He's purring pretty good.
well, I'm gonna look respectful and bow my head a little bit and kind of just stay back out of the way.
All right. I
Stand there cross-armed.
fish prey.
And that's what you see.
That's the statue.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice. We saw her before. She's a hottie, huh?
hell yeah.
Body with a body.
Build a boot the ploop. What the?
That's why I call her the Sea Mother. Because of course this adventure has the hardest names on there.
Blib. I think that first B is supposed to be in the first thing yet, still syllable. So blib. Blibdle ploop.
Blibdle ploop.
Blibdle ploop.
Pulp.
Nice.
It's like a pulp. Pulp.
So as you're standing there, you see a few of the kuo-toa. They stop, and you see them sort of rocking back and forth, and then they throw up some whatever it is, but you see some rubies and some other stuff in there as they vomit at the foot of the statue of the Sea Mother.
Whoa.
And when they do, you see the ploop and the rest of the kuo-toa raise up their hands and say, "Praise be to the Sea Mother of this generous offering."
Praise be. Praise be.
I'm going to. Can I do something?
Sure.
So, I'd like to, kind of as I'm standing back in the corner, cast Minor Illusion and make a Sea Mother goddess come down from above the statue and say, "Thank you, my
I
kuo-toa."
don't think that's a minor illusion.
That's what, because of my specialty, I can do vision and sound together.
Oh, okay.
I just an illusion can't actually hurt anything like a phantasmal force can.
I just thought you were going to do one or the other.
She says, "Thank you, my brethren, and praise the return of what's your name, Josh?"
Nipsey something or other.
How would I say it in kuo-toa?
It's undercommon.
You just say.
And praise the return of Nipsey. And then she disappears.
You don't know if they react or not because they don't blink, so they're just sort of staring all wall-eyed and moving about.
Greta's fucking weirded out by this.
So from there, he just takes you directly south.
Right.
To this building here.
All right. Is
Right
there
there.
food in the building?
It's pretty cramped. If you like it, I mean, it's just
Mm-hmm.
shellfish, and it smells like the outside. He pulls you in there, and Ploop begins to tell you that he starts off, Nipsey. Since you've been gone, we've become split in two. We're fighting amongst ourselves. The followers of the Deep Father are making an increasing number of offerings on this altar, killing blood sacrifices, then casting bloody chum into the waters of Dark Lake, where it's being consumed by something.
Interesting.
And to make matters worse, my own daughter has named herself Archpriest for the Deep Father.
Deep Father. Interesting. Are we gonna kill her? Knock her out? Make her disappear? What's the plan?
Well, what I'd like to do is I want to use your party as bait.
To lure her out and then eat her?
Well, the Deep Father needs humanoid sacrifices.
Interesting.
And
Are we all sitting around a table together? Like, can we hear this?
you can all hear this.
All right.
Greta says, "Gnome, I will carry you. We should leave."
Lock the door.
I want to offer you all as an offering of peace and reconciliation to draw out my daughter and take her out, basically.
So how, what's in it for us? How can you help us?
You will be greatly rewarded.
The only reward that I'm looking for at this point is getting closer to the surface. Can you help me in any way?
You help us with this, and my followers can show you the most direct path through Dark Lake without fear of being harassed, detained.
Okay, deal.
And going through Dark Lake gets us closer to the surface?
We know the ways to the surface.
You can get us to the surface. I will.
Because you won't be helpless prisoners. Think of more of yourselves as being infiltrators.
I'm hungry, so I'm gonna need to eat on this.
Should we eat on it?
You guys can rest here while we get everything in place. I'm waiting on my son, Glue Glug Glog.
Good old Glug.
To approach.
Are we at the tavern? I heard something of an ale house.
Is there an inn? It's been such a long day. I feel like.
Well, we can rest here.
You can rest
very
here.
Nice. This is a very nice place.
With Nipsey with you, it's not safe to go out because we don't know who is who at this point. It's hard to tell who's a follower of the Deep Father.
They will eat you at the inn.
They can try.
And as a gesture of faith, I offer you 2 potions of healing, a potion of water breathing for one of you land walkers, and a spell scroll of light.
All right. I think you're definitely sweetening the pot here. I'd like that. I'd like to add the light to my spell book, but then anybody else could have it after I spend a day with it. So is Jeff? Are we like? Is this like a hideout? Is this just like a hut room?
No,
that we're in here?
it's his home. It's Ploop's home.
Okay.
So it's big enough to house you.
Okay. So
Right.
are we agreeing that we're here for the night? We're gonna eat some dinner and sleep here.
Well, he said you can rest. He's waiting for his son to return.
Okay.
To them, time doesn't really mean anything. They don't have a night and day
Or eyelids.
or eyelids. So
Okay. So I guess what I'd like to do is like I eat a ration quickly, and then I want to go over in the corner for an hour
okay.
and cast Find Familiar and call my familiar whose current form is a rat to me.
Okay. All right.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Do you have to
when I
roll
go.
anything for that, or
No. It just kind of brings them, right? So then I can use them as eyes and ears. I could use it to fight, but it has rat stats, which is probably like a bite is a 1 damage or something like that. He's just more gonna ride on my shadow or on my shoulder, and he can be a little drone for me if I want him to. I wanted a hawk, but I figure in the Underdark.
I wanted a hawk?
Yeah, maybe I'll transform him when I get back to the surface. Should I
Yeah, rat
get there?
makes more sense.
Yeah. And it says I get to pick if it's celestial, fae, or fiend. And this dude's gonna be a little fiend.
Okay.
FYI. I'll try and come up with a name soon.
All right.
And Greta says, "Do you have food?"
He offers you. We have our stew.
That'll do.
It's fish stew.
Fish stew.
I'll eat what you have.
Doesn't smell too good, but
Greta's like her standards for food is not very high. Right.
I slurp it down.
did those kuo-toa start to disappear?
No.
No,
Not in the bottom group.
none of these.
Like I can still see blue, red, green, orange, purple, 2 pinks, and a yellow. Oh, there they go.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
There you go.
I guess I don't have a ration, so I got to eat some of the gross food, and it is gross to Oswald.
Oh,
He's used to eating very well. But yeah, I have like some kind of a scholar's pack, not like an adventurer's pack or something, so there's no rations. Gross.
Gross.
Get used to it, Gnome. We won't find much high quality food in this Underdark.
See Topsy and Turdy, they're just sort of hanging out to themselves. They're eating it, though. They're lapping it up like it's pretty good. So it seems about an hour has passed. And the door to Ploop's abode opens. And in walks, where is it?
Gilgaguk.
Pretty much. Glue Glog Glug. Enters with 12 kuo-toa.
Whoa.
And
It's a packed house.
as he walks in, he eyes you up and down and loudly tells his father that he doesn't see the need why we bring outsiders in. This is a private, sacred matter. And Ploop waves him off, and says, rest assured, Nipsey is the one vouching for all these. So if anyone's going to pay the price, it is Nipsey.
I said that they escaped with me.
You're invested in this little gnome, Nipsey.
I'm not vouching for these people. I don't even understand half of what that gnome says half the time.
Gloob, gloob, glop.
Yep. And so buck
Greta
up.
says, I am no ally of this fish creature.
Mind
Ploop
your
says it doesn't matter, that you all must flow with the currents of the goddess vision.
Amen.
That makes sense to me.
But Gloog accepts it, but casts a hostile, wall-eyed glare at Nipsey and the rest of you. He's not happy with.
I wink when his eyes cross over me.
She stares back.
Are you mocking him?
Slow wink.
All right, so once the interaction between Gloog is put in his place, and Gloog looks over you, and he's like, "Follow us," and they lead you out and take you to the shrine of the Deep Father. Which is right here.
So, while we're like en route, like I kind of, before we get there, I cast disguise self and make myself look like a little kuo-toa kid.
All right. They sort of look at you oddly because you're walking in,
Yep. I try to like do the weird move.
Two by two. Basically, they have you.
Right.
They have you by twos, and you're surrounded by 24 kuo-toa basically are walking. The Ploop is in front, and then Gloog is just behind him, and then there's two guards, and they didn't bind any of your hands or anything. They didn't take your weapons away, because as you walk to the shrine of the Deep Father, you see the idol of Li Mu Gugun. Consists of a large hide cut roughly in the shape of a manta ray and stretched out on cords between two support poles. A dead, splayed out manta ray is pinned to the center of the hide. The two dead octopuses are draped across the top, their tentacles pinned and artfully arrayed, their heads tied together and painted with red and blue pigments. The idol reeks of decay, and the broad stone altar below the idol is stained dark with blood.
I spit.
Oswald doesn't know what to do with that.
Greta's so freaked out with everything. Just watching Oswald turn into a fish person, and she's just like distancing herself from him and keeping her mouth shut because she's surrounded, but not down with this situation.
Look at that freaking thing. That's got to be the thumbnail right there.
Yeah,
Sure.
there's the thumbnail.
Wow.
So you approach the altar and you see an array of kuo-toas just surrounding the shrine of the Deep Father, and they're doing basically the same thing you saw at the Sea Mother shrine. They're bowing and reciting chants,
Puking.
and
Are they puking up?
they're
Gems?
puking up stuff. But
Oh.
no, they're not puking up stuff. They are waiting to see what happens because with the bloodstains, you see them take what looks like young Durgar, and they strap him to the altar, and they start slicing his major arteries across his neck, arms, inside his legs, and bleed him out. And you see the blood stain start to cover the flat stone. You see the blood just poof, fall out and cover the stone. And then they start butchering him. And they put all the pieces in buckets. And you see them trail it off up here to the piers here.
So
And they're dumping it into the water. And
What
you
a
see the
waste.
blood.
so how many potential enemies are here?
Right now you see probably 50.
Yeah.
So
Kinda-
Greta's like internally raging, but just watching.
I try to. Are there kuo-toa like villagers like watching this like around the edge as well, or is it just us and our group and all these other guys, all the
These
Deep
are
Father
the
followers?
villagers.
You could sort of it's right now you see there's about 6 that are like immediately at the altar, and then there looks like one that's like in charge. And after they slaughtered the first Durgar, they are cleaning up the altar of the blood, basically what you saw with them throwing the chum out into the dark lake.
Right.
And as you get closer, Ploop gets the attention of this whip that looks like he's in charge. You find, and he calls him out by name. He calls him Klib Dululgut.
Fucking club.
And he's basically tells him that he'd like to talk to Bloop about offering a peace treaty, and in return he offers you guys as the next offerings. At the same time, you see 2 kuo-toa bringing out another Durgar that's bruised and just beat up. And he looks like he's next up to be slaughtered until you show up.
So, are there villagers here at all, Jeff?
It's hard to tell.
Are there onlookers like at an execution or something like that, or?
There's a bunch of people, not a bunch of fish folks just hanging out.
I'm trying to like scoot the direction of some of them and acting normal. I'm distancing myself a little from our group of bait. Jim Jar looks at me kind of pissed off
He does.
about it.
He doesn't. No one really knows what's going on.
Greta says, "Get on with it, then."
So as you get forward, Ploop steps forward and crosses the space between you and the altar and looks towards the kuo-toa that are waiting there. And as you get closer, you can see further out in the lake And you see all that. Each of those probably represents about 10 kuo-toa because I didn't want to put 500 kuo-toa on the
Nice.
screen.
500, huh?
Yep.
A lot of kuo-toa.
And Ploop yells out loudly. He says, "The time has come for us to acknowledge your divine wisdom and welcome it. I have brought these prisoners as all offerings." And he gestures towards you, all of you. And he asks very proudly and informally, he's like, "Will you accept them?" And you see what looks like a younger female archpriest. She steps forward and she says, "You are wise, Father. I accept your offering in the name of the Deep Father. May the blood nourish and strengthen him." As she says these words, you hear a burbling cheer from all the kuo-toa that are standing out there, either in the water, standing on the dock, standing on the ground, and raise their fists in the air.
Can Greta even tell the difference between a female and a male kuo-toa?
Not really. Not really. No. So you start to see the kuo-toa start to parade around the altar, and they just surround you. They come further in from the lake and start dancing and chanting around you. And at this point, the archpriest, her name is Bloop, calls for the sacrifices to be brought forward.
So I'm trying to evade out of this and act natural in the crowd.
And as you do that, you're getting pressed forward.
Okay.
Because they're starting to work themselves up. And as they start working themselves up, they drag Prince Darendril up first and start to tie him to the altar.
So we're
Ploop
all like
is,
looking at Gloog right now.
Yeah, you guys are all horrified. Ploop is standing watching his daughter Bloop.
Is Gloog making any indication to us of what's...
Not yet. And then after they tie Prince Darendril, you see the kuo-toa that were from Ploop's side start engaging all the guards and monitors around the altar.
Start fighting them?
And they start fighting them.
So Greta's going to head up for that executioner and people tying up Prince Darendril and try and take him out.
And that is...
Initiative.
Roll initiative. That's a lot of initiative.
500?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. That's funny. All right.
Hey, dude, 20.
I got a 9er.
Alright.
I'll grab another beer.
I rolled a 20. Plus, I got 21. Why does he not grab multiple beers?
I don't know.
I got
I
a
do.
12.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah,
Yep.
12.
I got
Yeah.
4 backups next to me. I'm gonna pee though. If he's gonna pee.
I'm going to put the snack away before I eat too much.
9, 20. Where the hell? That's cool. Where'd Greta go? Where'd he go?
Jeff,
Yeah.
Are you for sure doing milestone
Yes.
leveling? Isn't that so like freeing?
It makes more sense for
Yes,
how
it
this is
totally
laid
does.
out.
I was like stubborn about that because I wanted it like mechanics before, but it's like sometimes if you just stick to XP, like
Okay.
you can't have fight with small monsters anymore because they just take forever and you just dominate them and get no XP for it, you know?
Yeah. So,
It's
Nipsey, what'd you get?
A 12.
I got 21.
You got 21. Someone roll Jim Jar. And
Jim Jar roll.
Darren's roll.
Jim Jar rolled an 8.
8.
Just rolled a 3 for whoever else you needed.
You want me to roll for Daring Drill? Or is
Yeah.
he... Well, the 9 plus whatever his dex.
9 plus 2.
11.
11. And Eldeth. And 8. Did anyone roll for Pepito?
I rolled a 3.
Oh.
I rolled a 3.
Oh man,
All right.
Pepito's gonna be dead before that.
So, all right. So, what is top of the round is going to be Greta. So, what are you doing?
Should we put ourselves on this map where we are?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
can't see my enemies.
Because I don't think we ever moved them up there, did we?
Sure.
Like, I kind of feel like when I was like scooting off to the side, like I'm over like here.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
I mean, where's the execution?
Right up by the statue, or
Yeah, it's right here.
okay?
So I don't see any enemies.
You don't see any?
There's like a million of them.
Yeah, but I don't see any dots or like health.
I'm not going to dot all these things.
Well, right, but so these two guys to the left and the right are the ones holding down Prince Sterindro.
Yeah, there's like 6.
All right, I'm gonna
move him up.
move here.
I'll put him right here.
Oh, man, he's an ugly little fucker. Yeah.
Yes.
Pepito, oh, son of a bitch,
What?
fucking dogs.
Fine, just go with it.
It's gonna get worse. All right, I want to attack. Pepito's on the same spot as me. All right, then I'm gonna move here and attack the guy north of me with a warhammer.
The red ones? There, I'll make it easier.
Yeah, the red.
Okay.
I think you blue dotted me.
No. Oh. Well, you look like the rest of them.
What?
D20 plus 3, so 17
All right, it's a hit.
with my warhammer. Bludgeoning. 9 damage.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Let's swing at them.
He's pretty. You look like you hurt him pretty good. So next up is Eldith. She's going to attack this orange guy here. And that's a hit. And I think I do for her. 4 hammers, 1d. Well, that's a hit. That's 1d8 plus 1. So 2 damage. And I think she gets 2 attacks. Let's see. Yeah, 2 attacks. So she swings again. Hits. 8 more damage. 8. All right, next up is Nipsey.
Okay. Where is the head lady? Do I not?
She is. In a second, I forgot to put her on.
Oh damn!
Oh, holy fuck!
Yeah.
It's funny. So she is standing here. I'll make her a little bit bigger. And then you had
Ploop.
Ploop.
Yeah, King Ploop.
And he came up to the side here.
Thanks, sir.
Oh wait, move over here. It's bigger.
Excuse me.
So he's right here.
Okay.
And I'll put a big heart. No, I'll put this. There, that's him. I'll mark her with that. All right. So this is Ploop, and that is Blib, and Gloog.
Glib is
His daughter.
His daughter. The
Ploops, huh?
yeah.
Oh,
And the son is Gloog.
Gloog is yes.
Okay.
I'm putting him on right now.
And just so that I'm clear, when they made this whole plan, it was to take out the daughter, right?
Correct. Yep.
Even the father wants us to do that.
Yes.
That's the plan. And
And
they're going to help us
Claire.
if we can help them with that. Okay.
Yes.
Making sure. Thank you.
Yep. So Nipsey's up.
All right. I'm gonna rage up and attack the orange dude.
Okay.
First, he gets the lightning. 6. That's a 4. That's a it's a dex save, I believe, right?
Is it?
Yeah. Or you take half.
Okay.
What's your roll?
What's your roll? Oh, my dex.
Yeah.
Rolled a 6.
Okay, it's a 12 save, so
And that's orange. So what's the damage?
4.
4?
And then I take the reckless attack with. I'm gonna go with my great axe. All right. I rolled a 19, so I'm assuming that's a hit.
That's a hit. Yeah.
For 4 plus 2 plus
That's 6.
3. So
That's 9.
9 damage.
Finish him.
I bite out his eyeball.
Nice.
Eat it.
He just screams into gurgling pain and keels over.
Okay, and then I will move into position to,
All right.
take on Priestess.
All right. And you're done?
Yeah.
Prince Darendrill, he's still tied up, but only one of his arms is tied up. So you can roll a strength saving roll to see if he breaks free.
All right. I rolled 7 plus
No.
whatever his is.
No.
Unless he's +8.
Yeah. Unless he is a +8. Next up is Oswald.
So, just so that I'm clear,
Uh-huh.
Prince Darendell's like being
What?
held by one of those dudes and about to be executed, sort of. Is he like held down? Like, is he on his
Well,
knees
he
or
was
something?
he was laid out,
Okay.
and so they're tying his arm, and they got one arm tied right as everyone struck.
Okay. And
So-
then the lady,
Yes.
she was the one that like gave the speech, and they were gonna be friends for a second, but then it all went south there,
Pretty much.
right?
Yeah.
And the daughter, and then besides them, it's 500
There's 500.
people, right?
Yeah, we don't know if they're all going to attack.
So
They're all just you're seeing just it's a
But-
free for all right now.
I gotta say, so that being the case for Oswald in this situation, I mean, this dude's pooped his pants a long time ago, and he's gonna cast on his turn. He's casting invisibility on himself,
Okay.
and then he's scooting ass out of here a little bit. I'm gonna pull
Alright.
him back like here.
Okay.
That's his turn.
What's what race? What kind of creature is Prince Darendra?
He's a Quagoth.
Why God?
He does a claw attack. It should be on your character sheet. I did build that out. If you pull up his character sheet, it should show his
Oh,
claw
I didn't
attack.
realize you did that.
I did that for you.
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome.
I didn't build your character sheets,
Yeah, no, that's good.
but I built out the NPCs with
I'll use
just
it.
enough information.
Where is it?
It's
In your journal?
In the journal.
Okay.
Should be, you should see it.
Yeah. Find it. Yeah, I got him.
Okay. So next up is Free Smoke. I don't know his stats. He is.
Just make him like swing with the scimitar.
I'm gonna have him just watch.
Sure.
He's so watching cat watching fish in a fishbowl. Next up is Jim Jar, wherever he's at.
Jim Jar. Okay. He's gonna swing it purple, I guess.
Okay.
Move up there and swing it purple. Let's see. So that's +4. 8. It's a miss, huh?
That is a miss, yeah.
Does he have Jeff? I thought he had 2 swings per turn, but I don't remember.
He
for
does.
sure.
He has 2 attacks, yeah.
Okay. Do it again then.
With his war pick, I think.
I rolled 2 4s. Great job, Jim Jar.
Jim Jar.
Really put it down in him.
So Topsy and Turvy are up next, and they're
Worm
just
fight. Worm fight.
they're just hanging out back here because they're not fans of kuo-toa and they'd rather just watch them slaughter each other.
I was unaware of that.
And all the kuo-toa are attacking everything else, but you start to notice that there's other cries coming from the lake side, and you start to see some of the kuo-toa start disappearing in like froth and bloody. It's kind of weird. And you start seeing
the All-Father.
Yeah.
No, it's the.
you start seeing some
What's her name?
ixocoatls.
Sea Mother.
No. It's not the sea mother.
No. Metaphorically, it is, though, in my mind.
You see that,
No, that's
Papa.
not good.
and they start just laying waste and fighting, and it becomes utter chaos. And there's dozens of them, and they are actually
Oswald is so fucking glad he knows invisibility.
Greta's like backtracking, backstepping.
well, you
I
see
think
that
Greta's just like resolved to die.
No, she ain't.
If you're attacking dudes when there's 500 of them,
I mean, she can only stand so much if her teammates getting fucked up. She's got to enrage, dude. She's
we do have
half orc.
primary, or we do have primary targets also. Is that like mothy wings or?
they're mana rays basically. I put
Quite
What they-
delicious.
I put what they are in the journal.
Yeah. Pronounce that one.
I think it's ixocoatl is what they are,
Nice.
and they're fiendish devil rays, and they were attracted by all the fighting in the water. Just about that time, you see Blib or Bloop fall. Not Blib, Bloop.
Bloop.
Bloop. The dude's daughter.
Okay, good.
She goes down. And she down. Oh, it's like there's so much going on right now. Oh, that's right.
You gotta understand about Greta is she's a complex character. She's a healer that loves her teammates, but she's also a half orc who rages and gets pissed off about shit.
She dead. But you start to see, you hear a sound rising above the cries of the kuo-toa, and you see the dark surface of the lake start to bubble and froth and turn to foam as a thick, oily tentacle bursts forth, followed by another, and then two monstrous heads break the surface, both resembling hideous, angry baboons with wicked curved tusks. Both heads are attached to a single torso, and the monster's red eyes burn with bloodlust and madness. The creature rising from the dark lake stands 30 feet tall or more, with water cascading down its back and shoulders.
Fuck.
Upon reaching its full height, the great demon throws back both its heads and roars. And so you see this.
Actual size.
Actual size.
runs.
Jeff,
Yes.
that's like, I think with this little battle, you've officially surpassed my expectations for how fucked up the Underdark was.
Oh,
Like, this is pretty hardcore right now.
What do you do?
I run.
Uh,
Greta, fucking
run.
run.
Roll a 20.
Disengage and run.
Trying to beat a level 13.
8. What kind of save?
It's charisma.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
charisma, even better. That's a negative from I 5 minus
-2, so 6.
4 for me. Yeah. So
I had a similar low roll, but I am invisible right now.
Yeah. We all gain a level of madness.
Okay.
You see all the kuo-toa standing around are frozen in place and incapacitated for 6 minutes as the Demogorgon rises from the dark lake.
and we're maddened.
A little bit of madness.
What's that do to us, like, with
Well,
the fight?
you're already at. I don't have everything laid out on the madness. Remember the last time you guys got into madness?
Oh yeah.
It's been a minute.
No.
Everybody but the boop.
So roll a D100.
I recently learned how to roll a D100.
36.
36.
Yeah.
83.
So Nipsey, you look at the Demogorgon with intense revulsion. And this is going to last for about 360 hours.
I just stare. I don't move.
No, you're not. You're not incapacitated, but
I'm
You're just totally revolted.
you're just.
You're
I
Totally,
was already revolted.
yeah. And
160 hours.
83.
83. So you don't recognize anybody around you.
Great.
Nice.
You've forgotten who they are.
Perfect. I got a 57.
You are partially blind.
Nice. Great.
You lose about 25% of your viewing distance of your dark vision,
Okay.
and that will last 570 minutes or hours. I mean, hours.
Hey, let me see if you guys know how to roll a D100. What's a 80 and a 0?
It's 80.
90.
It's a 90.
Oh.
Yeah.
A 90 and a 0 is 100.
I don't know what.
0 is...
Let's see. The chair keeps falling down. Dirk is a 41. Dirk gets to pick a potion next time because he's
Oh. You lucked out.
not really.
Does he lose the potion?
No, it's just the effects of the potion. He's delusional right now.
Do you have one of these, Corey?
Yeah.
Those things are awesome. My chair keeps falling down. So what do? You're not incapacitated.
I'm
Right.
running. I disengage and run.
And while the rest of the kuo-toa are incapacitated, they keep screaming out the Demogorgon's name, as they call him.
Right. Are we taking turns here, or?
Limu-Gu-Goon. You're running?
Are we still in initiative? Like, I do want to do something here.
Yeah, I'm running.
Well, are you running, or you want to face the Demogorgon?
Well, I want to...
The Demogorgon has a 30-foot reach, and it has plus 17 to hit.
I want to help Prince Darendil. Like, I have a unseen servant spell that I can go untie his arm with. Is my plan. I don't think I have to roll anything. Yeah, so it just does simple tasks for me. Mm-hmm. It's invisible. It has a AC of 10 if anything swings at it. And it can do simple tasks for me. So I'd like to send it up there to untie Prince Darendil's hand that was tied and then run.
Nice.
Okay. Is there a roll against it, or just...
No. It just can't fight anything, you know?
I think it's just the DM's discretion of whether or not it works.
Yeah, if something swings at it, it can see it because it's invisible. It takes them down, yeah.
It works, so...
And all that stuff is using up my spell slots when I do it. I got one spell. 1/1 and 1/2 left at this point. So yeah, I'm going to do that and then start running.
Start running? Okay.
Yeah, I guess so
what, are you guys going to try and go by land, or are you going to go try and go past it in the water?
We're going by land. Greta's running for the nearest tunnel, this place that looks like she could possibly get out of this fucking town.
Yeah, to me, if that thing, like where you put that thing, Jeff, yeah. I'm going straight south.
Okay.
From that, as fast as I can run.
So as you run south, this is... Come on.
Oh, I back towards where the I've seen that.
That's south. You hit a wall.
It's a big old wall.
I look at you guys. We going east or west?
West.
I should know how to get out of town.
It's west. It's west. I know it is.
I know.
We passed it on the way in.
All right, west.
Oh, there's one east also.
But yeah.
That's spoiler.
We came that way.
Well, I'm just telling you.
It doesn't matter to me. Let's go the one that we went by, I guess.
There you go.
All right.
We would not have known of the eastern one if.
Should we jump that fence? Is it like?
It's not a fence.
You can, you run if you run west, and you see a couple of guards. You see 2 guards, but they're so fixated on seeing the 30-foot tall Demogorgon.
Right.
They're still incapacitated.
I punched the one dude in the face.
He doesn't even react. He's
just cause I'm in a rage. I'm just running. I punch him in the face, and then I keep running.
Actually, I don't see a western exit. Maybe
no, there's a wall.
Back east.
Can we jump that fence though?
There are gates. They're not on the map. There's a gate here on the eastern side, and then there's one on the western side.
Yeah, I thought you described it at least.
Yeah, I did. Yep. It's just not on the map.
Okay. So yeah, we're heading for that western gate.
All right, so you're going west. You get through. Who grabbed those potions of healing from Ploop?
I just grabbed the scroll.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I mean, I'll take them.
Right.
I like potion.
Fishman.
Alright. 2 potions of healing. Got it.
The scroll was light, right, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, light. So you head west, and I don't know if you can you see that, or is it?
Wait,
I
after
think
that
so.
battle, weren't we like bait
The
or
Battle of
something?
Sloobludop.
Shouldn't we get a reward for that since we killed her?
No, we kind of ran away.
Oh yeah,
We
the
did.
Titan. The Titan. No, we had to run away.
So did the
No.
map change?
No.
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 All right. As you run back into the Underdark.
Been in the Underdark.
You run back into the wilds of the Underdark.
Is that grass
Do we run into a cave?
or moss?
Tokens. You're in this passageway, and as soon as I can figure out how to,
All right.
let's see. How do you bring tokens over? in
Dude,
Roll
free
20?
smoke didn't even fucking do anything.
So, Jeff, you have to first make sure that you're on the DM layer. There's like an eyeball or something, and then once you're on the layer, you should be able to right-click on them, and then one of the options will say layer, and you can move it to the token layer.
Oh, so they have to be on the. I'll fight with this later.
Yep.
Come on, Jeff.
Whenever there's the 3 different layers, and once you
Yeah.
get on one, you can right-click on it and change it.
Okay.
It's just a pain in the butt sometimes finding which one they're on.
Overall, though, this is working a lot better than that last thing we used.
Yeah.
Especially
Then how do you
since Josh.
how do you bring them to the next map? Like if you have a different page.
Oh, they'll be in your journal. You drag them over from your journal.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes more sense.
Yep. Yep.
I'm not gonna fight with that right now.
Yeah, it is a pain in the butt. You got to place them on every map.
Oh, okay.
So those tabs at the
I will
top
fight with that.
for the party. Yeah.
I will fight with that later.
We should.
So
You could just give us one even if you wanted, you know what I mean, to pull around or whatever.
I will bring out.
Right.
There. I found them.
Word.
I don't see anything.
Free smoke in the house.
Where's free
So
smoke?
was that giant thing that false god that they worshipped?
No, that's a demon. That's what it actually was. Is the Demogorgon.
Oh.
Was
They're
it just
cool.
pulled in by all the fighting, or?
They summoned it. The ritual from sacrificing.
Oh, they were summoning it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting them. You're fucking weirdos.
I didn't know that was purposeful. I thought that thing interrupted what was going on.
The only thing that was unexpected was it's a coatl that showed up, and
Right.
all the sea manta rays.
Right. It's cool.
So you're now. Where are you going?
So we're in this tunnel. We see like a wide path ahead of us with a little branching off cave to the right. I think we continue forward, I would say.
All right.
Down. What do you guys think?
I mean, let's have free smoke kind of check both paths out and see if there's a trap in one or anything, any tracks that are of note or whatever.
Good call.
So he checks out this right fork,
Okay.
and then you see him pop out on this side.
Okay.
It tells you that there's nothing there. It's like a little draw, basically. It might actually be a good place to camp, he suggests, because you can guard each side of this entrance, and it's real narrow right through here.
Oh yes.
So he could squeeze through there, but you guys are pretty well protected if you want to
We probably should camp.
camp there
I
for the
definitely
night.
should.
I don't even think about camping in this because it's so intense in the Underdark. But
Should we not get farther away from the demon?
You're pretty far. You figure that you've walked probably 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
So, the roars and all the fighting sounds have subsided.
it's got to be about midnight, 1 a.m. right now, huh? We
Um,
started the day in our prison cells, didn't
It
we?
has dawned on Nipsey.
No, it's been
Most likely,
about
I
9
don't know.
days. It's been 9 days since you left.
Yeah, because
the
we
prison.
saw Topsy and Turvy in their
Yeah.
true forms. Yeah.
I can also, just for the party's knowledge, like I could cast minor illusion on both of those entrances and make them just look like it's a cave covered up.
As long as they
Also-
don't require concentration.
Minor illusion. Well then,
How long do they last?
an
Yeah,
hour.
do that.
I mean, even if they're for a minute, it's useful.
I mean, not really
Hot
for a
minute.
minute.
A hot minute.
Fuck are we gonna do with 2 walls for a minute?
Well, that's what I just cast. So there you go. Yeah, it's 1 minute.
That's weird. Good, I thought.
All right, but let's
let's
camp.
rest.
Who's do we have
Let's just.
do we have
keep
elves who
watch.
don't need to sleep?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't
no
think
elves.
we have an elf. Gretel will take first watch. 4
Okay.
4 hour watch.
What happened to the drow that was with us?
He died.
How did he die?
He
From the
died
sea monster.
he died in Valkenvelve from falling and got eaten by the ooze.
Nice.
Yeah, sea monster.
Nice.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Same with what happened to Ront and Shushar.
Yeah, Rant, my fucking rival,
Yeah.
died. Originally.
Instantly
Yeah.
taken out by the ooze.
I wanted to fight Rant.
Okay, well, do we want to set up a watch
So-
then? Rotation?
Yeah,
Watch?
Yeah, set
I'll
up
do
a
about
watch.
4 hours. I got 4 hours.
Okay.
I'll still do the first watch.
Yeah, and we can stop right there.
Do we get a successful long rest out of it? Can we put our hit points back up and stuff?
You can use this as a long rest and
Okay. Whoopee!
use it as a way to level up because you made it out of sloop.
All my
Sloop
people are dead.
alive.
So we're level 5?
Yes.
Yippee!
I don't know what to do with myself. All my people are dead.
Yeah, I feel bad for you there, Nipsey.
I
I have
know.
no town. I have no meaning. Why do I need
Yeah.
to go north? To the-
Dude, Dempsey's whole fucking. Yeah, that's a good point.
You don't know if they're all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
probably
reason
not.
to go north anymore.
Nipsey,
Yeah.
I'll let you know, like, the woods that my people live in, we've got nice, like, rivers and ponds. You could come
Dempsey's
hang
gonna
out
eat
with
your
us
ass,
for a
dude.
while.
He'll try and eat everyone.
And lots of bright sunlight.
Don't like sunlight.
Lots of bright sunlight. So yeah, we will pick up from there.
We're still recording.
And
Labyrinth Lifers, episode 120.
7. 120. No, it's season 4, episode 7.
Nice.
Bye.